Hi, McDanny Drawers. How are you today? We're on the Atelier Artisan demo retrain today. And to my viewers on YouTube, hello everybody. I have no visibility of YouTube. Actually, I should pop. Oh, 1 second. Oh, all right. That's resolved. Welcome in. So we're on the Atelier demo retrain. And we have a special guest today, and that would be hi Sonabella. That would be my little girl. She's in the background causing commotion. So please bear with us today. I have no help to watch her, so I have to have visibility, and she's not sleeping. So I need to have visibility to see what she's doing. And yes, so that's what's happening. The train is gonna pull up in any minute. I am a mess. I did not set up my store. So let me see if I can quickly do all of that. Welcome in, Dread. Um, Let me quickly set up my store. Let me get that going real fast. It should take me too long to get that going. I could just use this one. Yeah, do that. All right, that's going. Um, oh man. Welcome in, everyone. Ooh. All right, let me turn on the volume on this so I can try to have visibility of what's happening on YouTube. Okay. Hi. Oh my God, the train came in and I almost missed it. Welcome in, everybody. Hi. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Natural Oil Mom. Thank you so much for the raid. We have a special guest today. I'm sure you guys can hear her in the background. My daughter is with me. Hi, Debbie. Welcome in, everybody, once again. Before I talk about my baby, Debbie, thank you for putting this train together every month. We appreciate you. And everybody, please follow Debbie. If you're just coming into my show and you've not been on the train, Daydreamer Debbie, she's the conductor of this train, and she puts this up every month and gets us all our acts together. So please follow Debbie, and also Natural Oil Mom. She just raided into us. Thank you so much for the raid. Everyone, please follow our hosts, Debbie and Natural Oil Mom. We'll be raiding into MBH Creations, I believe. I think I have that right. You're welcome. Thank you, guys. So we have my daughter. She's the special guest today. She's gonna be giving us background music. I hope you guys enjoy. So today, I struggled a lot. I kind of struggled trying to figure out what I was gonna do today. Yes. She's like, "Mommy, I'm gonna support you today by providing music." So I hope your viewers enjoy the music, and I hope she's not too loud. Is she loud? I just need her to be beside me so I can see what she's doing. Okay, great. I had her in the living room, but then I was hearing a lot of clanking, and that kind of gives me anxiety. So I was like, okay, you stay where I can see you. Hopefully, you're not too loud. So I was, kind of like struggling for like days and days, even up until this last minute before you guys rated what I was going to do. I didn't want to do chainmail because I thought I've done a lot of chainmail stuff, but then what I had in my mind, I couldn't find materials to do that, so I had to revert back to chainmail. But then I was going online, and then I saw a beautiful bracelet that inspired the demo for today, and it's by the Van Cleef and Apparel. It's their Alhambra bracelet, or jewelry collection. So that collection has to do with like the clover, and I thought to myself, I was like, oh, I have a lot of components that look just like the clover. And that was this Byzantine diamond. It kind of looks like a clover. So I'm going to be demoing this, how to make this, and I want to try to see if I can get it into a bracelet where I will have like or five of these components, and then I'll utilize a chain to kind of like string them along into probably a size 7 wrist or 7.5, because I'm a 7.5 wrist. So I already pre-made one just so that I can show you guys what we'll be working with today, or working on today. Um, I'm gonna be making three more of these, or four more of these. Welcome in, guys. Nadi Z, welcome into the Atelier Artisan Demo Rig Train. And then this is such a versatile component because you could have it in a single earring form just by putting an ear wire on it. This is made with an 18 gauge wire, while this is made with a 20 gauge wire. And you could actually go smaller. Recently, I made an earring for someone where I utilized gemstones and this component, and I made the component in a 22 gauge. It was really tiny and hard to work with, but it was a lot of fun for me. This is also very hard to work with because the wire is so soft and it's thin, so it bends on you if you're not being careful. And you could also utilize it in something like this, where you put it in a bracelet. I think I showed a bunch of these yesterday on the Artisan Creative Train, where I demoed how to make the basic Byzantine. So this is just like a step up from your regular Byzantine. This is like the senior, how do you say, so if your Byzantine is like beginner, this will probably be either expert or intermediate or expert level. Because you can, what is going on, what are you guys Ray, Luminous Roots, thank you so much. Welcome in, please, guys. If you're not following Luminous Roots, she's an amazing, amazing seller on Whatnot. My best friend on Whatnot, if I may say so. Always supporting me, and we support each other. And she's everything. She's funny. If you've not been to a show, she's really funny. You go there if you want to have a good laugh. She's amazing. Please follow Luminous Roots, and yeah. Okay, so let's talking, because I don't know if I'm gonna finish working on this bracelet. Ray, I want to say stop it, but I'm not going to. So keep doing what you're doing. Okay, to make this component, we'll be needing two sizes of jump rings. I pre-cut these jump rings earlier after I decided to do this. I pre-cut this jump ring. Let me see if I can show exactly what it is I'm trying to do. Um, did I get a rate different from the other rate? Did I get an actual rate? Um, another rate? Okay, so this is what I'm attempting to do for using this component. See how beautiful this is? So I'm attempting to make this bracelet. Hopefully I can finish. I do not know, but we'll see where how far we go. So we're gonna need two sizes of. Oops, I thought, but it was not okay. We're gonna need two sizes of jump rings. We're going to need a 4.8 or 5.0 millimeter inner diameter jump ring in a 20 gauge wire, which is 0.8 millimeter in size. And I'm working with sterling silver today. I'm crazy. I think I've done this, enough times to attempt using a precious metal. So I'm making this in sterling silver because that way I can put it in the shop immediately. And the inner diameter will be, the size on the inside of the ring. And also we'll be working with a very tiny ring, which is the 2.75 inner diameter, or 2.8. So I'm using 2.8 because I couldn't find 2.75, and it works perfectly. And I'm using 5.0 because I couldn't find 4.8, and it works perfectly. 4.8 being that is like the mathematics rule based on the aspect ratio. But if you go a little bit higher, you never want to go lower because it will be difficult. But if you go a little bit higher on your size, you should be fine. So I'm using 5.0 inner diameter and 2.8 inner diameter 20 gauge wires. If you guys have, it always comes down, always with chainmail is always math. There's a lot of calculation going on, mostly multiplications and divisions, sometimes additions, especially if you're not able to work out like an actual size. You might want to add a little bit, but it's mostly multiplications and divisions with chainmail. So we're gonna get started in making extra four of these, and then we'll link them up with the sterling silver chain, and we'll be using a spring clasp today. Okay, let's get into it. First, we're gonna open up the two big rings. So these are my pre-cut rings. I cut this earlier today. So that kind of took off about 30 minutes of the work, because then I had to call them and also um cut them using a saw. So I'm gonna open up all the big rings that I require, which is about eight more. So right now I've opened up four of them. Autumn leaves, hi, welcome in, my love. Thank you for being here. So we're gonna keep doing opening these up. Do you guys hear me okay? Do you guys see me okay? Once again, I'm up in the main house. I'm not in my basement where the lighting is. I don't know if the lighting is better up here than down there. And I'm sitting right next to the router, so my internet should be good. Good morning, Addisons. That is right. Good morning, Addisons. And then we're going to close. I don't know if I'm going to finish. So in 50 minutes, we're going to raid into Libby of MBH Creations. I'm going to close out eight of the smaller rings. All right. So I'm going to open this all up. So what we'll do is, when I have a bunch of the components, maybe two more done, I will try to link them up just to show how I link them up. I don't know if I'm gonna finish this bracelet on live. I've been so, but we'll see. I'm gonna try to go as fast as I can, but not too fast so you guys are not able to follow along or understand what I'm doing. So right now I'm closing out eight of the smaller jump rings, and closing the eighth is for making a single component. The eight large jump rings that I opened up were for all four extra components, because for each component I'll be using two of those. Um, so I'm going to be closing out eight of the small rings, and I will put this right here where you guys can see. Mama, are you doing okay? Yeah, she's not even listening to me. She's busy with her music making. She's like, don't bother me. I'm working. I'm hard at work. 6 Central tonight. Awesome. Yes. If you're on the raid train today, please drop in your time so that everybody can go follow and bookmark you. But I kind of like employ everyone to employ or employ, I don't know. Everyone to stay on the train as much as you can. If you have to go, that's fine. But it's great if we all stay on the train. It kind of helps the artisans that are coming up, so many more amazing artisans. Earlier on, Natural Oil Mom showed us how to make the sprays, the with essential oils, and all the different blends that help with support your immune system, or different kinds of issues that you may be having, pains and all of that. And that was awesome to see because I'm always, in need. I like to learn, and anything that I can, new information that I can use to help boost my kids, all for that. So next, what I've done is I took an open jump ring and put two of the closed rings on the open jump ring, and then I'm attaching a second open jump ring. I don't know if you guys see that, and I will close that out. Live acrylic painting by Barbara Florentine later today at 3 6 Eastern, which is 5 Eastern, 5 Central for me. I'm on Central Time. And Daydreamer is on. Wait, what is happening? There are two Eastern people. Daydreamer, are you on Eastern or Barbara is on Eastern? Both of you are on 6 p.m. Eastern. I'm confused now. Yes, tonight. Okay. So I don't know what time. What happened, Mama? It's not working. All right, keep doing it. It will work. Let me see. Let me see. What happened? Yeah, the cup is full. That's why. You need to go put it in the blue thing. So I'm just making a basic 2 by 2 link. So what that is I'm stringing on two closed rings onto using two open rings to pass two closed rings, making a 2 to link. I won't call it a chain because it's not a chain. So when that's done, we'll go on to the next step. So okay, I still have one more. I kind of forgot. I'm gonna pass one more. Oh, Barbara is tomorrow. Okay, my mistake. Sorry. So Barbara is on 6 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, and that will be 5 p.m. Central for me. Okay, the next is we're gonna pass all four of these links and place them into the open large rings and close those out. So I'm gonna put those four rings like that, and I'm gonna put all four, and then I'll close the large ring. Hey Nancy, Nance, welcome in. Thank you for popping in. And then you close that out. Make sure you close it as flush as you can, because then that will help keep your ring secure. And you want to make sure you have all those rings on there, which I do. And then I'll take a second large ring and pass all pass it through um the rings on the large, the already large ring that you're passing through. So I'm just gonna pass this on. Get that on as much as I can. 1 second. It's kind of easy to do this way. And then I have one more. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in, Jenny MK. We're on the Addison Atelier Addison demo retrain, where all the artisans and handmade artists kind of show, demo their process of, whatever it is they do. I'm a jewelry maker. I work with chainmail and precious stones or semi precious stones. So now I have all the four links onto the two large rings. So the next step is to create the Byzantine half, which is typically the two rings, the rings that are hanging off the side, um, off the bottom, hanging loose. You want to hold your component in such a way that you have those two rings falling to the side, and then using something like a poking tool, something like an owl like this, you want to use that to aid you in opening that up. And then you want to lift up in the middle so you have an eye in between. Now in between that eye is where you're going to pass two small rings through. You're going to pass two small rings through that eye like that, and then close it. And make sure you're closing really tight and flush. How is everyone's morning? Who's had coffee? I don't drink coffee. I don't even know why I asked that question, but who has had coffee? Who needs coffee? It's almost lunchtime for me. So that will be your half Byzantine right here. This would be your half Byzantine hanging on this large ring. So we're gonna do the same for the remaining three, but first I want to open up a bunch of rings, because that way it makes my work faster, and I can tell that I'm not gonna finish this bracelet, but I'll go a long way. Um, so there, I'm just gonna open a couple of these rings. Sometimes I use my finger instead of pliers. Oh, I did not even mention. For this you only mostly would need just two pliers. I use the Zeron plier because they're very easy to handle and work with. Coffee sounds good. I only have coffee in mocha form. What is he talking about? What is that message? Okay, all right. I think I have enough to finish out the half Byzantine. So I'm gonna do the next one on the chain, or on the big ring. I'm gonna flip that around, open that up, use my poking tool if I need help with that. And then I'm gonna pass two rings in the middle, or the eye. Inaru, what is the problem? Huh? What is the problem, little girl? My baby is almost two, so she's like in the, I don't want to use the word terrible, but she's in the cute two phase where everything kind of irritates her. And then I'm on to the next one. The third, yes, absolutely. Nancy, you got that right. They're like tiny turds right now, driving mama crazy. Ay, ay, ay. All right, and then we're gonna do another one. Okay, so when you're closing, you need to be super careful so that you don't distort your ring. If you notice, I just did mine. It's so cute to see her throw tantrums. She kind of like falls on the floor, rolls on the ground in frustration, and closes her eyes like, oh. So Debbie's asking if someone can switch with T Crafty Fox Creation at 2 p.m. Eastern time today, who is on a later time today. So if you have your demo later in the day, say probably 6, 7, If you don't mind switching with T Frosty, T Crafty Fox, they are in need of help of a switch. So then we have all four half Byzantines. That's what that would look like. And then the next step is to get it to look like this. So this is where it gets really tricky. So what that is for each half, you open them up, you take the one side on the left of a half, and then the right side on another half, adjacent, or I don't know, perpendicular adjacent or whatever, but just like that. So you're going to take one half, which is the top ring and the down ring of one half Byzantine, and then the right side, the top and down ring of another half Byzantine. And what you do is pass a small ring through the two rings on one half and out through the two rings on the other half. So this is where it gets really tricky and difficult, which is why it's not necessarily a beginner weave. So if you're going to do chainmail, this is probably not the first thing. The first one that you first second that you put in usually is easy. But the fourth, by the time you get to the fourth one, it can kind of gets hard. And it's just, you don't put a single ring, you need to add two rings. So that's where it gets really tricky because you have to add the second ring. So what I do is I first of all go around adding a single ring, and then I start to add the second one. So if I'm not able to finish a single ring around, then it means my calculation was off and I probably need to start again. So I don't like to start the work and then find out later that I'm not able to do something. Um, because once I'm able to add one ring, I can at least almost easily add the second ring to it. So right now I've done two, and then I'm gonna go on to the next part. I don't know if I'm being too no. I don't know what's the best way to put this camera. Anyway, so I'm gonna go on to the third section, and that usually would be for you to put the two side by side and then pinch close, and then we have just about 30 minutes before we raid. um so it's kind of getting really hard now. Oh, there we go. I broke a ring. So you see, this is something that can happen. That ring is useless now. But good thing is it's sterling, so I can always reuse it. When I figure out how to do a melt, I can melt it and make something out of it. All right. So this part you need to go really soft and really gentle. Welcome in, everybody. We are on the Artisan Atelier demo rate train. Sorry, I'm sorry if I missed you coming in. I'm just trying to focus on this thing. And then this is the last one. So this is the one that gets really hard because now it's like super tight. So you need to be able to pinch it really hard to get it to, accept the rings. So I'm going to open this up. Hi, Rachel. Welcome in. And I'm going to try my best to get that to go in there. Okay. So let me see if I open this ring up a little bit more to give more room. And then I'll try to pinch this as much as I can and try to get that in there as much as I can. So this part, it gets really, really tricky. I should have probably pre-made four of these prior, um, given how tricky this gets. Okay, I got that in. All right, now to close it, I have to be super careful so I do not distort it and close. There we go. Now I'm gonna try twist, twist, twist till I have it closed real flush. And there we go. So one thing that I do is I try to tuck the the closure inside of the component so it's not visible. And since I don't necessarily especially with components like this, I don't do any fusing or welding. I try to put them inside as much as possible so they don't snag on, if it's not properly closed, it could snag on your clothing or hair. So I try to tuck them in. So it's kind of like the edges are like pretty smooth. So the next is to add the second ring on all four sides. I'm just going to open up four more. We have 30 minutes, and then we will go raid Libby of MBH Creation. Now another fabulous jeweler. She works with seed beads, and I think recently she's been delving into working with resins, and she's been making beautiful, beautiful um already jewelry with resins. She's a loom beater, right? The seed beads jewelry is loom bead. Nancy, I don't know if you're still here, but no, details matter just like kindness matters. Thank you. Very true. Very, very true, Barbara. Kindness matters. And yes, sweetie. I have a, yes, sweetie. What do you want? You want TV? Okay, 1 second. Give me a second. Go sit and wait for me. I'm coming. I have a sticker in the bin that says kindness is free or something like that. Share that stuff everywhere. So it's blue pebble item. I think it's $1 if you want to bloop to chat. Okay, I'm coming, honey. 1 second. All right, you guys give me 1 second. Let me attend to her. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, guys. All right, what do you want to watch? You want Little Angel? Okay. All right, sit down. Once mommy finishes, we're gonna have lunch and go to bed. Okay? Go for a nap. Good. Then so what? No, you don't need sandals. There we go, Little Angel. Happy? You're very happy? Okay, good. All right, she's bored with making music. She's just gonna go relax now. Thank you all for staying still. I appreciate you guys. She's bored with making music, so she's like, "Mommy, tend to yourself, fend for yourself. I'm gonna go watch TV and relax." Thank you, Nancy. There are blue pebble items in the chat. Those items help reach my goal of getting paid faster than I am right now. So, if we want to bloop chat, no obligations. We can do that. So I'm thinking instead of a station, five motif, I'm just gonna do three. What do you guys think? Otherwise, we will be here all day. Instead of making a five motif, I'm just, hi, Rebecca. Hi, Melinda. Welcome in, everyone. We're on the Atelier Addison demo rate train. So I'm thinking instead of doing five motifs, I'll just do a three motif and call it a day. and then go ahead in putting them together in a bracelet. But the question is how this bracelet is, because my chain is kind of thin. It's a thin chain, so I don't know how it's gonna look with this component, given that this is a pretty heavy. Looks like a heavy component for the chain, but I'll figure it out. All right, so we're gonna do one more motif real fast. Yes, these items are her components to make a unique jewelry piece. That is right. Thank you so much, Nancy. You can make any, I mean, actually, I think I'm going to make more of these and put them in the store. So you guys can also, if you're not into chainmail, but you can also like avail and use them to make whatever you like. Um, you could make a bracelet that looks like that. You just have the single component, or you could make an earring where you just have the component as your base or your main attraction for the earring, or you could have it as a component um, on a beaded earring or beaded bracelet or beaded necklace. I've done so many beautiful stuff. I don't have that. I made a necklace recently. Let me see if I have it here. It's a gray agate, and it was like one of my coolest works so far. I don't have it here, unfortunately. What's the history of chainmail? It goes way back into the I don't know how many centuries, but honestly, Barbara, I do not know the theory part of it. I just like chainmail. I just like all the different things that you could do with jump rings. I like creating things. So, but history, that is like my worst subject ever. For battle armor, there you go. Medieval times, go all the way back. They would use rings to make armor back in the day, when they fought with swords and not guns. Um, I probably should read up so that next time someone asks me, I have an answer. I hate history, but given that this is where my money maker is, I should know about it. So I've closed closed 8 rings. I'm gonna open up uh 8 more for now. I cannot imagine it. What? Oh my God. People still do it to this day. Like the people who do the Renaissance fair, they actually make their own armor. I mean, I don't know them personally, but I've seen people who work with jump rings, but they use like mostly they work with aluminium rings, and they make their armor that they use to attend the fair. It's so cool. But I don't have the time, bandwidth, or energy, or even the mental psychological focus for that. I have ADHD. I get distracted really quickly, and if it's not easy, quick, 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 I get bored and abandon. Sorry, it sounds so weird, but yeah, I get bored, and I'm like, oh, this is not finishing too fast. I'm done. I wish I knew how to do that. Oh, you could learn. You could just stay on the train. So many amazing artists, or bookmark my future shows. I do a lot of these demos. When I can't sleep, I go on live at night and I try to demo a different pattern. Or you could just learn, on YouTube. Start small. Small would be doing a 2 by 2. This is a 2 by 2, and just doing in a continuous fashion 2 by 2. That's chainmail. Or even a one-on-one is chainmail. It's pretty much what chainmail is you weaving a bunch of rings together to form whatever it is you want to form. It's just working with it's just one way you know of just working with rings. I got distracted and my brain just went blank for a minute. So what I'm doing is just a bunch of 2 by 2s. two links, I call them. At the jump ring, sterling silver. Yes, my boy. Working with sterling silver today. Usually I work with silver plated, especially if it's a weave that I've never done before and I'm practicing. But I've done this so many times. I felt I was comfortable enough to do it in sterling silver today because once it's done, I will just, I'll put it in the stuff to sell it. So I didn't want to, practice and I mean, I can still sell it in silver plate, but I didn't have like a plated chain. Otherwise, I would have probably done it in a silver plate. I only had sterling silver chain, so I'm making the rings with sterling silver. So today we're working with sterling silver. Did I go nice? And this is called chainmail. Correct. This is called chainmail. Um, so when you're working with a jump ring and making any kind of pattern, it is called chainmail. So chainmail is basically using rings to design or make anything. It could be a cup holder, it could be an armor, it could be a bra. People make bras with chainmail with rings. Can you imagine that? I mean, in back in the day, those warrior women would wear chainmail bras and go fighting. So next I'm going to put the links on the large rings. The reason I asked is because I use jump rings. Absolutely. Absolutely. You could make this with jump rings, but the caveat is there's a lot of mats. So it's not just any rings. You cannot make this with any rings. You need to know sizes of the wire. The size of the wire will determine the size of the ring itself. And stuff like that. But yeah, okay, talk to you later. Okay, Nancy, I'm kind of lost on what you guys are talking about. I think I missed, and I'm not going to scroll up in chat to follow along. Sorry. I'm trying to do this as fast as I can because I still have to link the components together. So I'm adding the second large ring on there and closing. Spread throughout. I asked my boyfriend ChatGPT and he said chainmail originates to oh yeah, hold on. Originates to make chainmail armor. It goes back to the third century, used mainly by the Celtics. Yes, that's true. Spread throughout Europe, Middle East, and Asia, and also America now, because America do chainmail now. Americans do chainmail now. I'm doing chainmail, but I'm using it to make beautiful jewelry. Okay, so we're done with adding the links to the two large chains. Next would be to create our half Byzantine. And I only have 41 minutes. Uh-oh. I'm running out of time. I'm running out of time. All right. So I ran out of rings also, but thankfully, by intuition, I made an extra batch. And so there we go. Hopefully, I probably won't have had enough for five. It's a good call to just do three. Get that man for that guy has a lot of girlfriends, Libby, because he's seen me also. I talk to him almost every day. Every day, me and him were chatting and texting, and I hope that doesn't offend anyone. Oh my gosh. Oh, see, so it's not just me. Yeah, he's a lady. He's a ladies' man. He loves women. I think he likes men too, but that's okay. All right, so we're making the half Byzantine. You see, stay focused. Stay focused. We're making a half Byzantine right now, and that will be just passing. I wish I could. I'm like trying to. So what I've done is the rings that are hanging off the side, I flip them to the side and then open up the middle so there's like an eye. Sorry, I think I'm out of focus. There's that eye right there, and then I pass the an extra two rings through the eye and close. It's kind of hard to do this and stay um I wear mirrors on my shoes when around set. Oh Lord. All right, easy. Don't just ignore this chat right now. This chat is getting crazy and I love it. Oh my gosh, you guys. Just say I just get on my hands and knees. Wow. Wow, gosh, guys. Oh Lord. Okay. All right. Okay. We're almost done. We're almost done. 15 minutes. Oh Lord have mercy. This girl, it is I am not done. Oh, yeah, yeah. I think I have time. I think I have time. I just need to cut chains and that should do it. I already have one chain cut up somewhere. Oh, did I lose that already? I lost it. Okay. So my plan is to do in between each component is to have like an inch of chain, and then the leftover in length will be the chain that goes to the clasp. That is the plan. So there's always mat at every point in time. There's always mat. Even when you're making regular earrings, you're calculating how what the length of wire you're gonna use, or the length of anything, even the length of the size of your bead. If you're doing like a beaded earring or beaded bracelet, you're always calculating. So it always boils down to the math, like Barbara said earlier. So now we have all of that done. The next will be to create the points like this. So we'll just open up 8 more rings. Oh yeah, I have my pre-cut chain over there. That might be too small, so just opening up 8 more rings that I'll use to link. Next, we're going to go see the beautiful Libby. So you guys, all of you, stay on the train. Don't go anywhere. Stay on the train, friends, and do not go anywhere. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, and eight. Okay. So we're going to link up. That will be one half of one half Byzantine to the other half, the left side of another Byzantine, and just pass a ring through those 2 points or 2 rings and out through. Oh no, Melinda! Thank you so much for that purchase. I don't even know what you bought. I guess I'll have to go cut some rings now. I saw a kit. Thank you, Melinda. I appreciate that. Thank a tree kit. Thank you. I don't even know what that's doing in there. I have to cut rings now. But I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much. Oh, I probably have kit for that. Oh. All right. I have 2 minutes to have these things done, and then we start linking them all up. All right. This is driving me not so. Okay, I'm like stressing out. We already have two components, okay? So this is how I kind of put them together. I'm already stressing out in my head like, oh, this is gonna take forever. So I have my ruler, and what I'm gonna do is I already have one length cut up, but I don't know if this is the right length to use. I like to keep it as even as possible, so I know. So this is about an inch. It's a little bit more than an inch. It's an inch and a quarter. So I'm just gonna do about the same thing. So because this is too thick for this chain, my plan is to double it up. So I'm gonna use two lengths of chain and see how that looks. Let's see. So my plan is to use two lengths of chain and see how that looks. I'm going to use this to hold that at the beginning mark. And where's my cutter? And I'm going to cut another. I'm going to cut it at the 1.25 inch mark. There we go. So now I have two lengths of chain. Did you want to do another hour in an hour so you won't be so stressed? You can come back on after MBH. Um, so the challenge is this little girl. She needs to go to sleep. So it takes me about 30 minutes for her to eat lunch and then 30 minutes for me to put her to sleep. But what I can do is once I finish it, I'll send a picture in the chat. Um, it's hard to do anything when they're awake, which is why I like to work at night. But then when I signed up, all the evening slots were already taken. So I'm using a much smaller ring. I'm using a 22 gauge ring to kind of link the chains to the component. This is a bigger size. This is a 2.5, which I feel is big. I think the perfect size for this would be to use a 2.0 inner diameter. And I think I have a 2.0 somewhere. I thought I had one. No, 2.5. So I'm just gonna use this as is and see what it looks like. If it's too small or it's too large, okay, just thought I would ask. Thank you so much for thinking of me. Yeah, I appreciate that, Debbie. It's just she's a handful. I cannot say that she'll be sleeping at that time, so I'm gonna add all two chains onto this and see what that looks like. So that's what that would look like, and then I'm going to add the component on there. So there we have that. So this is a much bigger ring, but it still looks okay. I don't think it's I don't think that looks bad. And I've noticed that my chain is a little bigger. One chain is bigger than the other, so I'm just gonna snip that extra off. And next I'll take another 2.5 and add the two chains on there. All right, where's my tweezer? It's easier to use a tweezer. So I use my tweezer to hold so it's easy to find that hole and pass. So this kind of gets tricky. There we go. Find the first hole and then find the second chain. Use my tweezer and then pass that through. There we go. And then we add the second component and close that out. Oh, this is going to be a very stunning chain. And maybe I can even weld these links short, so just to have it more secure. But this is going to be a very pretty chain bracelet when it's done. And I will just continue on, add a second. So I have 7 minutes. I think in 7 minutes I should be able to close this out and add it to the chain. First, let me see if I can cut this chains and put them, keep them ready. All right. So we're doing 1.25 inches, and then another 1.25 inches. Okay. So I have those. Now let me see if I can completely close this out. Now this is a small ring. These are my big rings. Put this in the corner. You can go a little longer, right? I could actually do that. I could probably do 1.5 inches. But my thought is, since I'm just using the three links, if I do 1.25 inches here as well, then I'll just have a longer length over here. But you're right, maybe a little longer might work. Um, we'll see. Maybe the next chain or the next bracelet piece. I hate waste, so I'm just gonna, the next bracelet piece I'll probably try for 1.5 inches or two. You can run your show longer. Oh, I can run my show longer. Oh, okay, that's great. Oh my God, you guys are amazing. Thank you. Maybe I can take 30 minutes, Libby. Do you mind? Oh my gosh, you guys. I can run my show longer. You can swipe chat text to the left for a clear look. All right. I'm not keeping up with chat, so I may have missed a lot of things. Thank you so much, Libby. Okay, I think I should be able to do finish this in, maybe, since I'm just doing the three links, in 15 minutes or even less. So I'm just gonna close out this component. Is anyone having Libby and Retro Ali need to fill an extra hour? Awesome. Okay, that works out. Oh my God, you guys, thank you so much. And thank you all for being here and for staying on the train and just, keeping me company. I hope you guys are learning. You may not be following along, but you're enjoying the demo that I'm doing today. Um, the fact that you've all sat through till now, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So this is where it gets really tricky, trying to get those in. And I distorted this. So this, oh no, this is still good. Okay, this is still good. All right. Handcraft, teamwork, love it. Living and okay. Think I'm caught up with chat. All right. Who else is on the Addison Attack train by Retro Alley? I'm on that train later in the month. I still haven't done my banger item. God help me. And I think I have the last one. If you're on the train today, later today, go ahead and promote your show. Barbara is. Oh my God, I haven't even. I'm like, I've been going on and off, on and off. What do I do? Do I do something new? Should I do something that I've done? Should I do a single item? Should I do a perule, like a set? It's like my brain is like constantly fluctuating. All right. Oh, this went in real quick. All right. I'd like to give a big thank you to my little girl for not stressing me out and for cooperating. She's like so caught up in her show. I'm so appreciative of her right now. Normally she's very clingy and wants to be on my leg, especially when I'm doing things like this. She wants to be like in the middle of everything. Like, what are you doing, mommy? I want to see. Thank you so much, Libby, for allowing me the extra time, and also for that little girl not minding. So now what I'm doing is I'm doubling up on the link. Okay, got that. So sometimes you might need to use your finger to kind of like mushy things along. Don't get hung up on using your tool. Sometimes they just like give up on you, and you find that your finger helps. Um, how old is she? She's almost two. She's gonna be two next month. So she's at that third stage, like we call it. But she's really sweet. When I wake up in the morning and she wakes up, she goes and gets me my slippers. Mommy, slipper. Or I go out and I come home and she stands by me. She gets me my slipper and then she stands by me, waits for me to take off my shoes, and she takes my shoes and puts them away. Oh, she's like just so sweet. Yeah, she's like super sweet. She's like, "Mommy, shoes." If I'm taking my time, she's like, "Shoes. You need to take off your shoes." If we're going out, she does the same thing. She goes, she gets me my shoes, waits, I take off my slipper, she takes the slipper, puts it away. And she does it for everyone in the house, like not just me, my husband, my eldest child. And then she makes sure she gets hers because there's no way you're leaving the house without me. So she first of all gets hers, puts it on, and then goes and helps everybody else. Exactly. It's amazing, right? A bunch of tiny circles, and this is what you get. A whole bunch of tiny circles, and you make such an amazing piece of jewelry. And we are almost set. I'm in the last link, and that last one is usually the bugger of it all. I waste a lot of rings usually on that last one because I can't seem to get through that hole. I've been fortunate today. I've not had to waste a lot of jump rings. So far, only two of them have distorted, which is like super nice. Thank you guys for all the hearts and oh, finally I got that in. Okay, okay, all right, all right. So that went in, and we're done. Whew. Just need to get that close real flush. And there we have it. Now I'm just going to tuck it in so it doesn't get snag on clothing. And I'll tuck a whole bunch of those in. So there. So there we have it. It's done. Woohoo! Next is to add it to these, and we're going to use our tiny ring in 22 gauge. Just gonna cut this flush just a little bit. I will add, so I'm going to use my tweezers to hold this up so it's easy for me to pass through that hole. Okay, no, I didn't get that. I didn't get a hold of that. Okay, there we go. So we got one, and then the second one. Oh, I got the length correct this time. So, and then we pass that through the other end of, that looks nice. That's looking nice. I'm gonna get a couple more of the 22 gauge rings. So I'm gonna capture the one end with my tweezer. There, we got that. Oh, and then I capture the other end. Thank you all for, sticking it out. I appreciate every single one of you. And please stay on the train. In a couple minutes, we'll go see MBH Creation. Libby, is it a surprise what you're doing for us today? Do you want to let us know if you're still here? And there we have that. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely stunning. Oh Lord. And there come next thing is to try to figure out how to price this thing. This is absolutely stunning. And then I'm gonna add the third component. And there we have it. This is absolutely beautiful. So, since I know what Libby is doing, I won't tell. I love it. I do too. I don't know what Libby is doing. I guess it's a secret, huh, Libby? So next, I'm gonna try to figure out what the length. I'm trying to make a 7.5 inch. So this right now is falling at a 4 3/4. So if I had to do the math, I still need, for a 7 inch, I still need like a 2 1/4 in length of chain, 2 1/4 in length of chain, divided by two. So probably, I think I'll just do a quarter and a half, an inch and a quarter on each side, an inch and a quarter. So pretty much the same length on each side to get a 7 to 7.5 inch length. Can you do it now? Yes, I can. It shouldn't take. I just need to cut that link. Cut that length. I just have 6 minutes. I should be able to finish that in a couple minutes. So I just need to cut up the chains and put them on. So I'm gonna use this to hold. So I'm just gonna cut up four of these chains. Because I need two on each side. So I need probably go just a little bit lower. Since I still need to factor in the size of, where did I cut that? I still need to factor out the size of the clasp, which is not a lot. I think that's also probably about a quarter inch. Mm. Libby said, take your time. No cliffhangers. Candy! When did you sneak in here? I didn't see you come in. You all amazing people. Libby, I'm going to keep to time. I'm not going to eat up any more of your time. All right. Just one more link and I should be good. Uh-oh. I am good. Thank you. All right. So we got that. Next is we're just going to add those two chains, add the chains on either side of our bracelet. And we're going to add the first one. Once again, I'll use my tweezer because it kind of helps me hold in place. Pass that in. And then use the tweezer again. Pass that in. And then I'm going to add that on one side. Use my also the chain is good on this side. And then same thing. Okay. Pass that in. Thank you guys for being so amazing and for letting me try to finish this. This is a little short. One link is short, so I have to figure that out. But first, let me put this in. And then I'm going to snipe off just a little bit, just one link out of that. There we go. And there we have, that is what our bracelet looks like. It's gonna look like. Oh Lord, look at what I did. Look at what I did. Yep, this is easy boo boo. So all the others are fine. And then this one has a different shape. Thank God this is an easy fix. Where is it? Where is that boo boo? Right here. Okay. Thank God this is an easy fix. I just need to take it out of where the boo boo is, and if I can figure out where that closure is. Okay, there we go. There it is. Oh my. Oh yeah, yeah. There's always something. Now I'm trying to find the where I closed it. Oh, 1 second. Yep, the joys of live demo. The joy. And my baby is about to say, okay, that's enough, mom. Oh, wow. Oh, my chain got shorter now. Okay, not quite. All right. Do I have it good? Yes. All right. Okay, we're done. So there we have the bracelet. Next will be to add our clasp. And let me see. This is already open. So I'm gonna add this directly on. Actually, I'll just close this up. So I'm gonna weld this shut. So I'm going to take another little itty bitty jump ring. Pass that through. Take another itty bitty ring. Pass that through, and then add my clasp. Where's my clasp? There's my clasp. And then I will weld these. Try to weld these shut because um, this will probably be my very first welded piece. And there we have our bracelet. And just in time, now I need to figure out, I think I can use these rings over here. So this is probably why I need much smaller. Probably need a 2.25 22 gauge. And then on the other end, okay. And then there we go. Envy with a party of 100 on 1,000. I appreciate you, Envy, for coming in. Thank you so much. We're just about to go raid MBH Creations. This is the Addison Atelier Addison demo raid train, and I just finished my beautiful bracelet. Beautiful, absolutely stunning. I'm going to make one for myself. This is just too beautiful. I feel like the component is too big for this chain. That is my personal feeling. Maybe not. I overthink a lot. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm an overthinker. But I feel like it's a little too big, so I might have to make this use a smaller ring size. Maybe make this in a 22 gauge, but this is still so stunning. I mean, oh my god, this is like, I'm gonna make one for myself. I love it. It looks good. Auction it. I should auction this. Oh my gosh, oh lord, you guys. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's auction this. I'm gonna do a $50 start. Let's do it. This is not $50. If I were to put it in the store, I'm gonna put it for higher, but I'm gonna run this for $50 today, guys. Where is my thing? I'm so excited. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Auction, unlisted auction. I'm gonna start it for 50 for 30 seconds. Let's go. And while that's going, I'm going to do a quick giveaway to say thank you for being here, and that would be for one of my stickers and probably a tiny earring I'm gonna put in the thing. It's running, guys. Import from what you call it. How do I do inactive? Give it time. Uh-oh. And it ran out. Congratulations, no one. It's give it time. Let me quickly start a giveaway just to say thank you. I should have done it before. Um, everybody, please get in. It's gonna be for my sticker as it shows on the thing, and probably a very tiny earring that will go in the PWE. So it's gonna be for this sticker. Get in there, guys. I'm gonna pull it in five, four, three, two. No one wants an earring. Wow. Three, two, one. I'm a struggling artist. Amazing work, easy. Thank you so much. I'm gonna pull it now, guys. Thank you so much, guys. I'm drawing winner. Five, four, three, two, one, and it's gone. Who's gonna win? Yay! Debbie! Debbie, I'm gonna send you the sticker. Where is that? I had it in my hand. My beautiful sticker and an earring. As long as it can fit in the PWE, I'm gonna send that. Now let's go rate. MPH Creations has been amazing, allowed me eat into her time. And we're gonna go to MPH Creations. Is she live? Is she live? Is MPH Creations live? Yes, she is. Let's go. Doo-doo. Thank you all for being here. I love you all. See you all next time. Good night. Oh, goodbye. Bye.